So another thing that relational databases do that's really helpful is they rely on unique identifiers. So there's a number or a character string or something that identifies each individual instance in a table as unique. And keeping this uniqueness can be incredibly helpful for especially if you sort of do this vertical stacking like we were talking about, making sure that the identifier for Bob always links to Bob and only to Bob will make your analysis significantly easier. And so there are, even if you're not working in a relational database, trying to come up with some unique identifier for your rows can be incredibly helpful for doing this sort of analysis. If you do end up with a data set where uniqueness is broken, it can, a lot of times the only ways to deal with this is manual cleanup, going through and figuring out that this Bob is supposed to be 2 and this one's supposed to be 3. So once that's broken, it can often lead to bad results because you're now aggregating things on the sort of wrong category or on the wrong person, or you end up having to go through manually and clean up and reestablish this sort of unique relationship. You can do this in Excel, but be aware of the way that formulas work, because in like a SQL database, you can auto-increment something so that as soon as you add something, it says, okay, this is record 2, this is record 3, this is record 4, and it works really well. And you might think that that's a good thing to do in Excel with a formula where you go like 1, and then 2, and then 3. But if it's a formula that refers to the cell above and says add 1, as soon as you sort it, your unique identifiers rearrange themselves and become completely unusable. So you can use there's the fill down tool, which now automatically increments, so that might be a good way to do it in Excel. So you put 1, 2, and then you just fill down, and it'll go 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you can, as you add records, you can keep filling down. But do just avoid, oh yeah, please.
I think with that issue, a nice quick thing to do is if you know a little bit of VBA, make a function that when you move down to the next line, it hard codes in the unique identifier if it's relevant, and that way it works out really well elsewhere.
Oh yeah, are you pretty comfortable with VBA?
Yes.
Okay, so everyone should, what's your name?
Bernice.
Bernice?
Yeah.
So everyone should remember Bernice when you get an Excel file. Are you going to the data dive then? Okay, good. So Bernice will be there. And so when you need some VBA written, you should go find Bernice, and I'm sure she'd be happy to help. Because there's a lot that you can do with VBA to sort of make Excel sheets work properly. And there's also a lot of bad VBA associated with a lot of people's Excel sheets. So I wouldn't be surprised if at least one group ends up with an Excel sheet that had VBA that maybe worked in Excel 2003 but doesn't work in Excel 2010, and they might need some help.